Somewhere out there, something is still waiting. A voice in the static, a hand reaching out through the dark. It sounds familiar. It sounds like us. But the closer you get, the more it learns how to sound like you. This is Companion.
Before we begin, a quick warning. Opening Kill is a horror podcast that contains adult language, disturbing themes, and graphic descriptions of violent acts, especially the kills featured in each film. We also dive deep into plot details and character arcs. So if you haven't seen the movie we're covering, expect full spoilers ahead. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
Opening Kill, the horror podcast that slices deep into the genre we love. We're talking slashers, supernatural nightmares, creature features, and everything in between. Every episode, we break down a different horror film. From its killer cold open to its blood-soaked finale, we track the body count, analyze the scares, and give credit where it's gruesomely due. From iconic franchises to hidden gems, you'll find them all here. Hosted by filmmaker and horror scholar Brian O'Connor and Michael Duran, lifelong genre fan and scream scene specialist. So sharpen your knives, turn off the lights, and let's get into it. This is Opening Kill.
And welcome to episode 40 of Opening Kill. I'm Brian.
My name is Michael.
And
40?
we're doing 40. Yeah.
Wow.
40. We have our own top 40 episodes here now.
Dude, yeah. Someone needs to rank them and put them in order of best to worst.
Oh, I could rank them. I could tell
Do
you
it.
right now. The early ones will be near the bottom, probably.
Yeah, that's
I think.
that's a fact.
So it is the movie Companion that came out
I know.
earlier this year that we're going to be covering. So that is what you're in store for in this episode. I want to thank everybody who has tuned in, and especially our new viewers on our YouTube channel that are tuning in to watch the video version of this.
Yeah, shout out to them. They're like
So-
braving our faces and everything.
So how was your Halloween?
You know, it was a lot of fun. Gilbert, he really got into trick-or-treating. So like he spent like the month up till Halloween practicing his trick-or-treating. He would like come up to us and be like, okay, this is what you're going to do. And he was just having so much fun ahead of time. And he got to put it to practice and he did great. And he just liked walking around doing like, ooh, in his little costume. It was a lot of fun.
You sent me pictures of the four of you, and man, what an
Yeah.
adorable Halloween family.
Dude, I thought so too. It was really cute. I definitely got a lot of compliments from towards him when we would go up to doors. Like people were like, oh my goodness, he's the cutest vampire I've ever seen. I'm like, I know.
I know.
I helped make that thing.
I know how adorable it is.
Damn it. That was intentional.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, he had a lot of fun. So then we had a lot of
Good.
fun too.
right on. I didn't do anything too exciting. I went to see a movie. This was
Ooh.
my scare preview recently. Shelby Oaks.
I am very excited to hear your thoughts because it's one that I've been wanting to see for a while.
Yeah, so I will say it was good.
Okay.
It was pretty
Good.
busy, though. There seemed to be a lot of things going on. You really kind of had to pay attention to follow along with it. It was interesting. Part of it was shot like a documentary. Then you have the live cinema part of it, and it was very Blair Witchy in a lot of parts. It's about three ghost hunters, basically, that have their own YouTube show, and the paranormal paranoids. And so this was really kind of part found footage, part documentary, part cinematic film. I thought the scenic design was fantastic. The performances were outstanding, and a lot of things happened. And I love the folklore behind it, the backstory. It just kind of you really had to follow it. And those movies, I tend to think more about, well, what am I watching and where are we going next, instead of really being able to focus on what's happening at hand. But overall, I thought it was a good movie, and I can't wait to see more, from these filmmakers. I think a lot of promise here. So
Okay, cool. So it's like, I know it was a pretty small budget. Do you kind of like, do you see that, or does it make a really good use of the money that it had?
I think they make really good use. I mean, the locations that they used were pretty incredible. They filmed in this abandoned prison, and they also filmed in this, and this is, I didn't have a chance to look this up. They filmed at what used to be this amusement park, and it was abandoned for various reasons. And there's still a Ferris wheel that's set up in the middle of this forest, basically, and there's still a few signs of this
Nice.
amusement park. But yeah, I think they did well with the money that they had or didn't
Cool.
have, and made
Right.
something that was decent. I mean, this it looked
Okay.
really good. And I will say, there's a part at the very end where you get to meet a creepy old lady who really plays a huge part in this. Creepy as hell, that whole scene. Kind of a cabin in the woods type of a thing, as far as the
Okay.
location and everything. But yeah, I would say go see it, and be interesting to get your thoughts on it too.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it in theaters because I do want to support Chris Stuckman. I think that's really cool that he was able to make this thing. So I'm glad it at least visually looks good and he's showing
Right,
promise, because I was worried it was just going to be like a maybe stick to reviews, but
right, right. Yeah,
okay,
I thought they
good,
did well. Yeah.
excellent.
So, did you
I
get to
did not
see
see a
anything?
movie. I didn't see a movie, but I saw 2 episodes of the new show, It Welcome to Derry. It's the
Well, how is
prequel,
it?
really good, and holy fuck. They
Really?
go so much further than the movies ever did. Like the first 10 minutes, my jaw was on the floor being like, oh my god, we're doing this, like, okay. It's bananas. It's really well done.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see where the rest of this goes, and I do know they're already confirmed, I think, 3 seasons, because they're so this one is, I don't remember what timeline this is, but each of them are going to take place like in the books. There's like the gang shootout, there's the burning of the Black Mill or something. They're all taking place during those timelines. So there's 3
Wow.
appearances from Pennywise's in the past. So we're getting a lot more of the past. The only kind of bummer is, that the Losers Club kids were the only one to ever beat it. So every kid you meet in this show, you gotta assume is just gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
so that does somewhat take a little bit of the mystery away, but like, I don't care. They're building something really cool with this lore, and I cannot wait. It's really, really good. I would definitely recommend it, especially since I see, the book right behind you.
Yeah. Me, and I mean, I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so it's just been a busy week and I haven't had time to check that out yet, but it's definitely on my viewing list.
I think you're gonna love it. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, because yeah, only 2 episodes in so far, so
Okay.
plenty of
All
time to
right.
hop on.
Well, speaking of hopping on, let's jump into Companion, this week's film here on episode 40 of Opening Kill. This was released earlier this year, January 31st, written and directed by Drew Hancock, making his directorial debut. It stars the lovely and talented Sophie Thatcher, who is just amazing. Also,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Quaid, who is the son of actors Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan, and also the nephew
Nepo
of
baby.
Randy Quaid. So, I mean, Randy's a little bit crazy, but every family has one, right?
You gotta have one. I think Dennis is a
Lucas
little
Gage,
unhinged too.
a tiny bit, I think. A tiny bit.
My
Lucas
sister actually
Gage,
met him.
really?
Yeah, so he owns a place in Livingston, Montana, which is where me and my siblings were born. And she
Okay.
was there. She was there working. Like, she went to visit over the summer to work and live with my grandma for one summer, and she was working at this famous burger stand, Marks In and Out. And he came up and ordered, and so she got to take his order. And she said he was nice. So You know,
Okay.
that's kind of cool.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So there, confirmation that he might possibly be a good person.
Very cool. I would hope so. You always hope that they are.
You do, especially because he was so sweet in The Parent Trap.
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes you're right. Sometimes they're just asses. But
yeah. Roll of the dice. See what you get.
Megan Suri is in this. Harvey Guillen and Rupert Friend. Runs 97 minutes long. Takes place at an isolated lake house. They made this for $10 million. It made 37, just about. Rated R. Also won some awards as well. Took second place for horror at the Astra Mid-Season Movie Awards. And Sophie Thatcher won Best Actress in a Science Fiction Fantasy Movie at the Critics' Choice Super Awards. So definitely some great performances in this film.
Oh, yeah.
So before I saw this, I didn't watch the trailer, and I did not see any of the spoilers about the twist that's in this, which I think is great, because watching this, it was a shock when it's revealed here what's really going on. And so I think you watched the trailer and it gave it away.
Yeah,
and Danielle, a researcher, said the same thing.
Yeah, it definitely gives it away. So I did not get to go into it with like just a clean slate, but still, I thoroughly enjoyed my time. So it doesn't ruin the experience, but I could see how it definitely would enhance the experience to not know that.
It did, because I did a double take at the screen. I'm like, wait, what? What? Oh my God, seriously? Yeah. So in a nutshell, it's about a young woman whose name is Iris, who begins a romantic weekend with her boyfriend, Josh, and they're friends at this remote lake house. And when Josh's hidden plan is revealed, that Iris is actually a companion robot, didn't know, which he has rented and manipulated via this app. Their little vacation turns into a frantic fight for control, autonomy, and survival. So highly entertaining. And it starts out in a grocery store, of all places.
It sure does. Yeah. We just get little Iris perusing the aisles, searching for something tasty, and she's walking around when she runs into Josh, played by Jack Quaid, and he's definitely interested. He's trying to, make a good impression, but he's not terribly smooth, and he ends up causing a big pile of oranges to just collapse. Now, luckily, Iris finds that a little bit charming and a little bit funny, so you kind of get the idea that they're kind of sparks are flying, and then her narration kind of takes over. And it states that there were two moments when she was the happiest. The first was when she met Josh, and the second was the day that she killed him, which is such a great way to open a movie.
It was fantastic. That makes you sit up and go, "What? Wait, what did she just say?"
She's like, "Did she just spoil this damn movie? Like what?" 2 seconds in, I guess, for spoiler alert.
Yeah, beware. It's about to get freaky. So
do you
it
think
cuts to
Iris,
their self.
I was going to ask, do you think Iris is like attractive?
I do.
Okay, so this is because like I do too, but like I think she's attractive in a way that I'm slightly afraid of. Like she kind of looks like the type of person that would like wear like Doc Martens and purposely like step on your testicles to assert dominance. Like she has that vibe to her. Which can be hot in some, but like it's also a little bit scary. You're like, oh,
yeah,
she's an intimidating.
I never thought
lady.
about it that way, but now maybe I'll go back and rewatch it and go, wait, yeah, maybe Michael's onto something.
Tell me I'm wrong. Like you're gonna see her. Like, okay, I can see the Doc Martens. It's all coming together.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
So we go from the grocery store, and it cuts to their self-driving car. They have a self-driving car.
God, must be nice.
This is pretty cool. And she's conked out in the passenger seat, and Josh is, in the driver's seat, but not driving. And he tells her to wake up, and she wakes up immediately. And at this point, we don't know why, but you will find out soon enough why she wakes up.
It's going to make sense instantly. Why it's so abrupt.
Yeah, and
how nice would it be to have like how nice would it be to have a self-driving car? Like the biggest, like
Oh,
you could
yeah.
catch up on all your, like you could do emails, you could be looking on Instagram, you'd save
Oh, yeah.
so much time. You could be so
Right.
efficient. Like I
Right.
want one of those things.
So they're going to this isolated lake house. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's got a huge, huge lake. It's owned by a wealthy guy who will come into play here, who is married. He's Russian. He's married, but he has a girlfriend whose name is Kat, and that is one of Josh's friends. The other friends are Eli and Patrick, a very cute couple.
Yeah.
These guys are just adorable. And they're all meeting at this house for a weekend of fun, just to hang out and chill out.
Yeah. Let's catch up, shoot the shit, have some fun. Iris is a little bit nervous though, because Kat has always kind of like been rude to her. She doesn't, super get along. The vibes are not right, as the kids are saying. But everyone gets together, they're hanging out, doing a little bit of dancing, like things seem to be going pretty decently. And we also know that we meet the Sergey's the rich
Yes.
Russian man who is dating
Right.
Kat while also having a wife.
Yes, exactly. And we find out that Patrick is a great cook. He's cooking dinner for him, and he's kind of shooting the breeze with Sergey. And he asks Sergey what he does and how he got so rich. And this is actually a pretty important part here, because he says, "Oh, it's a dirty business, what I do," making it sound like it's something very, very shady, and maybe it's
Right.
mafia related, or, maybe he's running
it's
drugs,
creepy
human
sex
trafficking.
stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Because the guy gives off some very sleazy vibes.
I mean, yeah, like the guy is not someone like you're gonna trust. Like, sure, you'll go to his
No.
lake house and have some fun, use him for his money, but you're not gonna trust the dude. I mean, his wife can't even trust him.
And Kat's only there because, the dude is loaded and has
Dude.
this beautiful house. And
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
it is. It really is. I could stay there for an extended period of time without these people there, though. Let me just clarify.
Ideally, but I mean, I think I could kick it with Patrick. He's pretty down to earth.
Seem to be, yeah. Yeah. So they have a nice dinner, and there's some dancing, and they're all just having a great time, and nothing seems out of order. Kat is a little catty towards, our good friend here, Iris. So there's definitely some tension between those two ladies.
Yes.
So the next morning, they get up, and they're supposed to go out down to the lake together, Iris and Josh. And this whole weekend was supposed to be this romantic getaway. And Josh claims that he is so hungover from the night before that he doesn't feel like going down to the lake, because that's where they were going to go. So he encourages Iris just to go down there by herself and just hang out and enjoy the sun. In fact, he insists that she does that. And so she does. She walks down there and she's watching, taking in all of this beautiful scenery down at the lake's edge.
Touching
And
grass,
here comes
just connecting.
Sergey. Yeah.
Fucking this guy.
And Sergey just kind of meanders down the path and joins her, and that makes her nervous right away. She's on edge with
Right
him
off the
there,
bat,
even though he's
yeah.
not done anything. And
You can just tell by his vibe, though. Like, he's not up to any good.
No, he's not. And you kind of can telegraph what's about to happen here. So he sits down in his lawn chair or whatever it is, beach chair, I guess, lake chair. And he's already sucking down straight vodka.
Hell yeah,
so
he is.
he's getting going early. And she stands there and she's uncomfortable, and she's ready to go back up to the house because she doesn't want to be down there alone with him. And he asks her, he says, "So are you not having a good time?" And she goes, "Oh, I am. Do you not think this is a beautiful place?" And she's like, "Well, of course it's a beautiful place. Well, as the host who is hosting you and making this possible, I insist that you sit down and keep an old man company." And she does, because now she feels guilty that, even though she's still uncomfortable. So she takes a chair next to him and sits down. Then just randomly, he pops out a thing of sunscreen and he goes, "Please, can you put some on my back and on my shoulders?" She's like, "What?" "Yeah, I don't want to get too burned or get too red," or whatever it is. And even though he's wearing a shirt to protect his back and his shoulders,
what
he
a fucking
drops
sleaze.
that. I know. So she agrees. She gets up and she starts rubbing it in. And before she can move completely away, he grabs her wrist and stands up. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, you know what's happening." And so he starts to kiss her neck. And before we see anything else, we cut back to the living room where the other friends are hanging out. So yeah, we have Kat, Eli, Patrick, and Josh just sitting around shooting the shit. They're drinking wine already. So this is a great weekend. This is like an alcohol friend infused weekend. This should, under normal circumstances, be the perfect getaway.
Right. You're day drinking. There's a lake. Like, yeah, life is good. You're in a beautiful house that doesn't belong to you, so you don't have to worry about breaking shit. God, that's the dream.
So this next shot is pretty cool because it's of Iris, and she walks in. She's holding a knife, which she found in her jacket or her robe pocket or whatever she was wearing. And we'll find out where that came from later, but she has it in her hand and she is covered in blood down her face, on the robe, her arm, everything, just blood soaked. And finally, it's Patrick that looks up and sees her standing there, because she stands there for a few seconds and they don't notice her. And Patrick's like, "What the fuck?" And they all turn and they're freaking out. And so
they act like they've never seen their friend covered in blood before.
Yeah, I like this. So bloodied and shaken, she tries to explain what happened, and that she had no choice, that he tried to assault her and this and that. And he tells her, he says, "Iris, go to sleep." And just like that, she's out. Then it flashes back down to the lake. And now we see what happens. She finds, as he's on top of her, trying to sexually assault her, she realizes she's got this knife, and just in the neck it goes. And so he's got blood squirting out of his arteries right into her face and all over, and he just collapses on top of her.
He also does he tries to strangle her. Like, there's like a whole like thing. Like,
yeah, this guy totally got what he deserved.
Yeah.
And for what he was trying to do to her. And so that is our opening kill at about 22 minutes in.
The opening kill.
I think for me, I'm going to have to give it a butcher, just because, one, it's satisfying because the guy just fucking sucks. Like, the entire time you're with this guy, you're like, I don't like you. I hope you die. And to see him not only die, but be the opening kill, like, oh, what a treat.
I agree with everything you said just now. And that is why I give it a butcher knife as well. Even though we don't see it in real time, we still see it. And it is gruesome. And there is a lot of blood involved.
Dude, and he is squirting like Old Faithful.
Oh my God.
Just
she got the right artery. She definitely got like the main artery.
She did not miss.
No. And again, knowing who he is, this does not bother me. So
yeah. You know, if I was there, I think I would have been able to sleep just fine that night. Be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm actually sleeping better in this house knowing that guy's dead.
Yeah, no doubt. So Iris wakes up and she's now tied to a chair. And Josh now very coldly reveals the truth. She is not human. She is a companion. This synthetic sex bot, basically,
dude,
that he rented from a robotics company called Empathics. And what I like about this is they go back. There's a flashback of when she's actually delivered to him in his apartment. He's sitting alone and the doorbell rings. He opens it up, and one of the lead Empathics scientists or inventors, whoever it is, walks in, and they wheel her in this huge ass, almost coffin like box.
Dude, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And like you can just tell, like you really get a feel for how much of a loser that Josh is just by this scene, just how he's acting, like the state of his house, like it's so ridiculous. And that little cutesy story we saw in the beginning, nah, it's just bullshit, just a memory that they put into her.
Right. And so you program these bots from the very beginning. There's an app on your phone and you basically activate it, and it's very robot-y, right? It's like there's no emotion, there's nothing else. And so as soon as you turn it on, it tries to establish a love connection, and you have to put your face 3 feet in front of her so she can scan your face, and then she asks the name, and then you can program the color of her eyes, and you can program her intelligence level and all of this stuff. And once she finishes her scan, she comes alive, and all of a sudden she smiles at him and she goes, "Hey, you." And love begins.
Love, yeah. That's such it's just such a weird concept. Like it's a great concept, but like just the idea of creating this person for like as a companion that to them, like you have this whole history and it's just all like bullshit. Like it's just such an, I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in that position where it's just like, it just feels like it'd be so weird.
It would be. And so there are some stipulations. There are some things you can't do. You can't actually, affect her programming in a way that makes her violent. She can't hurt anybody. And there's some other parameters that you can't do anything to unless you hack into the system. And as we find out, that's kind of what Josh did here in just a little bit. We'll get into it, but and the fact, it's just so funny that you can control every aspect of her from your phone, from the app. You can have her speak in like 100 different languages.
Dude,
you can. It's crazy.
The funniest thing to me is that you can control the intelligence level. Like, I want her fucking dumb. Like,
oh my God, I know.
Where you're like, I want to date a rocket scientist. Like, you just whatever.
Yeah. So he's sitting there telling her the story of how they actually met, which the grocery store, like you said, Michael, was just bullshit. And Kat walks in and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "I just wanted to say goodbye to her. Do you mind? Can you give us, some privacy?" And she's like, "Yeah, whatever." Well, as she's tied to the chair, he ends up getting up and he walks over into the next room with Kat to talk to her. In the meantime, Iris now figures out, I got to get the hell out of here.
They're going to shut me down for good.
Yeah. Now, the knife that she had in her hand is just laying on the floor. No one bothered to pick this up or get rid of it. They just left it there. And I guess it's good they did because she sees it.
Right.
And tips her chair over and is able to inch over and, basically cut herself free. Josh walks back in as she's getting up and she ends up knocking him out and he goes down. And then Kat comes around the corner and she looks at Kat and she goes something like, "He should be fine, but if he complains of a headache, put an ice pack on or something like that," and just walks out the door. And Kat's like, "Okay." And she picks up she steals his phone and exits the house.
Yep. Good for her.
So
she's then she retreats to like the nearby woods. And she actually geniusly ups her intelligence. It was at 40%. She cranks that motherfucker to 100%.
The look on her face when she realizes it's only 40%, it's like, she's like, "Josh, what the hell?" Yeah, it cranks it to 100%. Meanwhile, Josh confesses to Eli and Patrick that he jailbroke Iris's code. So that's why, because they couldn't figure out why she was able to kill Sergei, because she's not supposed to be able to do that or harm anybody.
Well, that's what.
Well,
I was thinking that too, because I was like, what? Because they tell you all this information about her not being able to kill. You're like, but she just did. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just hacking.
Yep, they did. He got into it and did all that. And so he confesses to Eli and Patrick. And the reason for this, they were staging Sergei's death, he and Kat, so that they could steal $12 million in cash from Sergei's safe. And Eli and Patrick, I would be pissed if I were them, because they were only brought in as witnesses. They weren't part of this plan.
And now they're a part of a murder. Like, they were not, like, oh my God, that would piss me off so much. I'm like, well, now you're going to split it a few extra ways because I'm a part of this now.
And they were pissed. And so to get out of this, Josh says, okay, we're going to split this 3 ways. All right. It's going to be you, Eli, and then me and Kat will split it. And he goes, no, 4 ways. He goes, no, 3. And he goes, Patrick is right here. And he's like, no, we're not going to pay Patrick. And then Eli says, go to sleep, Patrick. And now we realize too that Patrick is a bot. And Eli's so funny. He's like, I can't believe you would say that in front of him. So
I know Eli's like genuinely cares about his bot's feelings, unlike Josh.
He does. They truly are in love with each other. So, or as much as a bot can be in love, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Yeah. Well, so now the truth is out, and the big thing is they have to go find Iris now before she gets away. So,
because now she has the ability to kill, and they don't have any ability to control her. So yeah, it's kind of just like, fuck.
And she is wicked smart now. So
they don't know that.
But they don't know that she's adjusted. Yeah, they don't know she's adjusted her intelligence. And she also deactivated the voice command.
Yes. Yep.
So you can't, if you were to go up to her and say, go to sleep, Iris, that doesn't work anymore. So
no, she's a free, independent woman. Finally.
Yeah. She is
free from the shackles of manhood.
The safe, by the way, is open, so you can see all the cash that's in there. And there's also a gun. And Eli takes the gun because he wants to go out and have the gun and go after Iris. And there's a funny scene with that gun coming up here. It is very obvious Eli has never fired a gun in his entire life and probably shouldn't be in charge of one right now. They go out to the woods and they split up. It's Eli and Patrick and Kat and Josh, and they're out there trying to find Iris. And Iris hears Eli and Patrick coming, and she's up against a tree, and she's just trying to be very quiet. And then she makes a noise, or their phone makes a noise, or something makes a noise, and gives her position away. And Eli and Patrick are just about done with this. I mean, they're like, we just want the money now, and screw this.
And they do have like a cute moment where Patrick's like acknowledging, he's like, it comes to terms with the fact that he's a bot, but he's like, he also shares that he's genuinely in love with Eli. And he's like kind of going back over their cute meeting that also didn't happen.
Right.
That took place at a Halloween party. And Eli's kind of saying the same thing, like he reciprocates that love. Like, so they just had like this nice little moment where like, so, hey, what's up? You're totally a bot, but that doesn't change the feelings.
Right. Yep, totally. So, yeah, the phone makes a noise or something. Oh, yeah, and she can't turn it off in time, so they realize she's behind this tree, and she gets up and goes dashing through the forest, and this is where Eli fires the gun, and he literally is like, oh, it's so loud. It's like, dude. Yes, guns tend to be loud. So
pew pews
surprised
make
it didn't
bang bang.
knock him on his ass too when he fired at the recoil.
That would have been really funny. Like if it would have like he held it out and like it just like goes back and hits him in the face or something. Like
yeah,
missed opportunity.
Pretty
there.
Funny. Yep. So they give chase, and she goes down this embankment, and Eli falls down the embankment and drops his gun. And there's a moment where he looks up at her and she's looking down at him, and then she looks over at the gun. He looks over at the gun. She goes for it. He grabs her and he ends up on top of her, but she's already got the gun.
Yep. So
And
he gets one through the chest.
indeed. And that would be kill number 2, even though it was
Yep.
probably accidental. I don't think she meant to kill him, but
I don't think
shit happens.
She just, I mean, let's be real. Like, both of her kills now, they're self-defense.
They are. And
So,
now she's got increased intelligence too,
yep. And
and everything
it
else.
is kind of sad because, like, Patrick is just left, like, mourning him. It's
Mhm.
actually a pretty sad scene. Patrick,
is.
dude, I think Patrick is, like, the emotional heart of this movie.
Yeah, he is. He is. Eli's just the fun-loving guy. He's really
Yeah,
in
he's
the
just a
beginning.
goof.
He's super cool.
Yeah. Like, yeah, genuinely seems like a good time.
Yeah.
And then
So
they kind of,
Josh-
they just kind of get lumped into this shitty situation that they then just are kind of forced to go along with, and then unfortunately ends up losing his life.
Josh heard the gunshot, and
Yep.
so he's standing, the top, and he starts chasing her, and he yells, "Go to sleep, Iris!" And nothing happens, and that's when he starts to
Realizing, yeah.
realize that, she's thinking for herself now.
She's figured some things out.
Yes.
I don't get to control
And-
her anymore.
Right. And so she runs back and she's trying to figure out how to get away. And she's going through all these different scenarios and she's playing them out in their head. And we're seeing these cinematic scenes of each thing.
Yeah.
One is hitchhiking, and well, that option's not going to work. One is walking, but that's going to take her like 24 days or whatever to get back to where
Yeah.
she's going, or some extremely long time. And so then she thinks about stealing the car, and she runs this through
Right.
her head, and we're seeing it. And in her mind, everything works to a T. It's perfect. What could possibly go wrong? Well, something does go wrong after she gets to the
A
car.
lot. Yeah.
Because it's voice activated and it's programmed
Exactly.
to Josh's voice, not hers.
Yep.
And Josh tries
But,
to break out the driver's side window to get to her, and
Yep.
now she's panicking. But she does something pretty cool here.
Yeah. Well, he gets his fingers caught in the door. Like, ugh, it's so gross.
Oh, God, slammed in the door. Oof.
Just like everyone. Like, have you had your fingers slammed in the door?
Yeah.
That
As a
shit
kid, I did.
Sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was horrible. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Not
So-
as hard as what he did, but yeah.
No, God,
not
no.
good.
But this is next level. But so Iris she actually manages to like program change her voice to kind of like duplicate his, and then she's able to get the car to start. And then, so he's just had his fingers slammed to the door. She then proceeds to run over his foot.
He's totally maimed,
just really struggling right now. So now he's got a foot that's just got ran over. So he then kind of like makes his way, trying to make chase, and he ends up finding Patrick, crying over Eli's body, and then he, Josh isn't quite as stupid as we think. He takes Eli's phone and is now controlling Patrick.
In the meantime, Iris finally gets away, and the car, she leaves, and he can't catch up to her. And she's cruising on down the highway, and he doesn't have his phone. So he's like, fuck. So he runs back into the house, and he actually finds Sergei's phone, but it's locked.
That's right.
So he's like, oh, what's the combination? And then he realizes what it was, because the combination to the safe was Stalin's birth date. So he
Yeah.
plugs that into the phone and it opens it up. So he reports the car stolen to the company that makes these self-driving cars. And so he starts to dial out, and then it cuts back to the car with Iris in it. And all of a sudden, all these red lights go off inside the car, and the voice comes on and says, this car has been reported stolen by its owner. We're shutting down. And so it dies at the side of the road. And funny scene with a cop. Starts out funny, doesn't end funny. Cop pulls in or goes by her and realizes something's up with this car on the side of the road because he sees like the broken window and she finally is able to kick the rest of the window out and get out just as he is getting out of his car to come over. And she realizes that she can't lie. That's another thing these bots cannot do. They cannot lie. So she's very smart now. She changes her language to German so she can still tell him what's really going on, but this cop isn't going to understand a thing. And it's very, very funny because we get the subtitles in English of what she's saying in German, and he has no clue.
He's like, oof. He didn't do enough Duolingo with German. Should have taken those lessons.
He's like, what is that German you're speaking? After they've had this conversation, and she's like, yeah.
Sure is, pal.
Then he starts to get suspicious because she's starting to get a little squirmy now and she won't go with him. And now he sees the knife or the gun on the passenger seat of the car and he handcuffs her. And just as Patrick, who has now been reprogrammed by Josh, is walking up on him. And again, Patrick's intelligence, I think, was set to 0. I mean, it was like
low. So then, so he upped that, but then he also upped his aggression level.
Yes.
So now he's an angry little troll man, and that's when he sent him after Iris as a super angry dude, and he takes that anger out. He takes it out on Hendrick's face.
Oh my God, I know. The cop goes away. Officer Hendricks goes away very quickly. This was almost like something out of Terminator in a way. I mean, it was like this machine, that came at him and she's screaming, look behind you. And he finally does. And he's like, what the fuck? And it's too late. I mean, he just, bashes him. There is no face left. I don't think we don't actually get to see the final thing, but it's not pretty.
No, there's 0% chance there's any recognizable features.
Right.
That is a
kill number 3,
pulpy face.
By the way.
Yeah.
Pulpy face. Yeah. So
and then he grabs Iris's control pad. Yeah.
Yep. And all
shut
of a
her
sudden
down.
Takes control, and he puts both her and the cop in the trunk of the cop car. And he's also now. He puts on, we don't see him put it on, but he ends up putting on the cop's uniform as well. So now he's got he's dressed like the cop. And
he's committed murder. Now he's impersonating an officer. His life has turned very crime ridden very quickly.
A little bit. Just a bit. Kat, in the meantime, is loading all of the money she can into her bag. And she's disgusted by how cruel Josh has become. And she just wants to get the hell out of there with her money, her share of the cash.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Patrick is in the kitchen with him or in this room with him. And she's trying to leave. And he tells Patrick to stop her, just thinking he's going to stop her. No. He takes a knife and kills her, stabs her to stop her. And Josh is like, what the hell are you doing? And he says, you said to stop her. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And so before that, though, we learn a couple things because Kat then admits to Josh that Sergei was never in the mob, like at all.
Right.
And that he made all of his money in sod farming.
Which goes back to what we were talking about when he was telling Patrick earlier about how his job was dirty. It's a very dirty business. Well, he meant that like, literally.
Yeah, it's dirty as in like a Mike Lowell, where it's like the dirty jobs.
Yep.
That show. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Not dirty as in sleazy, just dirty as in literal dirt.
Right.
So but still a terrible person though. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not a good person, obviously. So, kill number 4 goes to our friend Kat, who just wanted to get out with her money. and definitely was not expecting the weekend to go down the way it is, for sure.
No.
So,
She just wanted to steal some money, not kill
yeah,
people.
and they were getting like, well, originally she was going to get, $6 million, and then went down to 4. I mean, 2 million, who cares? I mean, give me $4 million. I could have, I could probably
I'd be
live
happy
on
with
that
$1
for a bit.
million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah. But so she goes and she's on the couch and she doesn't realize she's been stabbed at first. Takes her a
No.
minute before she puts her hand up and she sees it's just covered in blood and she's bleeding out and she dies sitting on the couch next to Iris, whose eyes are still, glazed over in the sleep position. So Josh calls Empathics, the company who makes these bots, and gives them some bullshit story about how Iris has malfunctioned and all this good stuff, and that they need to come out and get her and everything. And he also wakes her up and delivers one more final nice guy rant about how, she never appreciated him and all this. And
as he was literally using her to steal money. Like, fucking, he's such a douche.
Oh, I mean, and it's such a 180 from the very beginning of the movie where he seems like just this kind of geeky, sweet guy who just bumped into this girl in a romantic, type of way at the grocery store. And now they're this ideal couple. And it turns out that's not it at all. He didn't even want her for anything, didn't have any feelings for her, didn't, there was nothing. Just wanted to use her to murder Sergei so they could, leave with the money.
And there is this one part, like, where he's kind of like wakes her back up in this to have like a dinner date with her. But he's turned her intelligence all the way down to 0. And he then like has her put her hand over this like candle, and it's just burning it and burning it and burning it. And you can just see in her like her eyes. It was fucking sad, dude. Like you can just see in her eyes like the pain, but like she just can't move. And he's just like, now he's just torturing her. Like it's just crazy. He's such an awful.
Well, yeah. And then he asks her, "Can you feel that?" And she can just like barely nod, but there's tears now coming down her face. She's crying. It's just water, because that's what they talked about that earlier too, how she's got these water tanks basically in her, and they have to refill them every few months or, along with other maintenance. But this was just a very
wiper fluid.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Let's check under the hood and see what's going on. But
she's low on tears.
This was a difficult scene to watch. She's just, you feel so bad for her. Ugh. It doesn't matter if she's human or not, though. Just the torture he's putting her through right now. Yeah, he's
like,
just
even at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, sure, she's not like a real human, but like she's still a thing, I guess, that can feel pain. So it's like you got to have like the empathy for her.
Right. Yeah, and then he hands her the gun and tells her to shoot herself.
Yep.
And she shoots herself in the head and she shuts down completely.
Yep.
And I didn't think she was going to at first. And then
I kind of was surprised by that.
Yeah, I was too. So a couple of techs from Empathic show up. We're talking about Sid and Teddy. And they explain that every companion records their experiences internally. And so there's a record of everything that she's been through. And Iris isn't destroyed, just offline, because the hard drive or whatever it is actually in the abdomen, not the head. So
you think he would have done more research?
He should have. He should have known this. So
she's not a real person, dude. Like shooting herself in the head, probably not going to do as much as you think.
None of this plan went according to plan. I mean, none of it, including the ending, because they were just supposed to take her away, and that was that. That isn't even working out.
Because now he realizes, oh, fuck, they're going to see everything that I did.
Yes, exactly. So he orders Patrick, the new killing machine, to go kill the Tex and bring her back. And so they're actually in their little van with her in the back. They're starting to drive down the driveway, and there's Patrick standing in their way, and they're looking at him, and they realize he is a bot, but he's an older model, which is why they didn't recognize him as a companion at first when they first encountered him.
Yep. Outdated.
So he's got the gun, or a gun, and he shoots through the windshield, and he kills Sid, the older one.
Sid, yep.
Kill number 5. But before he can finish off Teddy, Iris actually reboots, and Teddy is able to get away. Iris, takes off, and Patrick is stalking them. And so Patrick finally walks up on them, and she is able to manipulate Patrick and bring back those memories of Eli and make him realize, because
he thinks he's in love with Josh now.
This. Yeah, we didn't mention this. When Josh, shut him down and then reactivated him, he had to create a love connection again.
Yep.
So he did the same thing he did with Iris. And so finally, Patrick opens his eyes and goes, "Hey, you." So that's the thing. So he's just remembering that. And he planted the same damn memory inside Patrick that Eli had, where they met at this Halloween party and all this, but it was actually
zero
Josh.
Creativity from Josh.
Yeah, exactly. So she's able to reach him on almost a very personal human level.
Yeah.
And remember, the times that he had with Eli, and the flashbacks happen and everything else. And so that kind of breaks Josh's control. And now Patrick is overcome with all of this grief.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's feeling guilty and he he kills himself in a very interesting way. Grabs a cattle prod and shove it in his mouth and electrocutes,
one of those
short circuits himself.
I was trying to think, in 40 episodes, I'm not sure we've ever had a kill by cattle prod in Opening Kill. This might be a first.
I don't think we have, and we definitely haven't had death by cattle prod by a robot.
True. That's definitely a first.
Definitely true, yeah.
Yeah. So Teddy does survive this to the other tech, and he helps reprogram her and does some things to her to make her pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And
it's really cool.
Yeah. And she's no longer reliant on any of the app's commands. So now she's pissed. She was already pissed. Now she's even more pissed.
Because, she has full autonomy now. And, basically is, essentially just a regular human.
Mm-hmm. And she goes back to face Josh one last time, and he has no idea that she is just like her own person now, and he has no control over her.
Yeah, shout out Teddy for hooking that up.
After a brutal struggle, which goes on for a bit, she kills him, the final kill of the movie, and she kills him with an electric corkscrew.
Yep.
So pretty amazing. That's another first.
Just drills into his head, into his brain.
Yep.
It's such a good kill.
It really is. And we saw that earlier. Sergey was using that to open wine, or maybe it was Patrick, one of them. I think it was Sergey was using that to open the wine. So it wasn't just a random thing. It was laying around. So yeah. And that's that. That's kill number 7. And next morning, Iris drives away. I think that's Sergey's car too, that she's driving away in. And
she's driving away with all of the money. She kind of removes the melted skin off of her arm, and so now she just has this totally bitchin' mechanical hand.
Yeah.
And she's just on the road, and she actually sees another companion bot that looks just like her. And she just kind of smiles and waves, and the other bot's kind of like, huh? What's going on there?
Yep. Super confused. And that's how Companion ends. So
That's it.
final kill count, 7. My favorite character in this movie was Eli. I just thought he was just a little comic relief, very adorable, and just, yeah. In other circumstances, you would want to hang with this guy. He was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I think it was between Eli and Patrick, but I'm going to go ahead and just give it to the actual human. Even though, ironically, like the most human moments in this movie are from the robots, but
Right.
yeah, I'll just go with Eli because he's a silly little goose.
That's a great way to describe Eli. What was your favorite kill?
I think I'm going to go with Josh finally getting it, just because he's just like, it's kind of cool how they did this. Like you meet him, he's kind of fun, and then he just progressively gets worse, and you just see how far he's willing to stoop, and it just keeps going down and down and down until finally he gets it. And the fact that it's with like an electric corkscrew, like I think that's just fantastic. So I was happy to see him go.
It actually makes me want to go into my wine cabinet and just open up a bottle and start drinking right now. And I think I might do that.
Just imagine it's Josh's head.
Exactly. Normally I do that during opening kill, but I haven't.
Right.
I don't know what's going on here. I agree. Jeez. My favorite kill was Josh and the electric corkscrew. I just thought that was like amazing. So
good.
I give it 4 stars.
Yeah. I think I do. I think it's 4.5. It's such a fun one. It's just got so many, like, there's not just one twist. There's multiples.
Right.
And it's just, it keeps, and it's not afraid to be ridiculous too. Like it leans into that campiness every once in a while. And parts of it feel like Terminator. It's just, it's crazy. It's a roller coaster of a movie. So
it truly
I have
is.
a question for you.
Sure.
This one's weird because like normally we do like the final girl ranking. I think we can still do that with Iris.
Yeah.
I think for her, I'm going to give her like a solid 7.
Okay.
Nah, maybe not. No, I'm going to give her an 8. I'll do an 8. I'm going to move it to an 8.
That's what I have down is an 8.
Okay.
It was solid. Yeah.
I mean, she goes through a lot.
Just thought she does. And I think it's probably why my favorite scene in the movie is the scene where she realizes her intelligence was set to 40. And then she looks at it and her just priceless reaction, like, what the fuck? And she cranks it up to 100. And, you can tell she's very proud of herself. She just goes through so many things. 8 out of 10 for me for the final girl. Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
And are we doing this? How screwed are we?
Yeah. How screwed are we? I'd die. I wouldn't survive these companions. I wouldn't even try.
That's
they can outrun me.
Right. Like that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, if we just look at it strictly from their abilities, no human can really beat them. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm totally screwed. I don't think I would be a jerk though. So I don't know if I would necessarily be in their path, but if I somehow stumbled in life and found myself in their path, I'm fucked.
Well, even if I don't think it really matters if you're nice or not. If someone's programmed them to get you, emotions aren't gonna, Yeah, I would die. I would not survive this. And are you ready for your slasher survival tip, Michael?
I'm ready.
If someone says go to sleep and you actually do it instantly, congratulations, you're either a robot or a very trusting idiot.
You're either someone's essentially glorified pocket pussy, or you're just. We didn't mention like that ridiculous like sex scene too. Like, oh my god, when Josh is having sex with Iris
for the first. You mean the first time he had sex with her?
Yeah. So fucking ridiculous.
That was pretty crazy. He's like, he didn't know what to expect. I think she was cranked up to like, I don't know if there's like a sexual like meter on these things too, where you can crank up that. but I think she was killing
I mean,
him.
there's
I mean,
there's intelligence, there's aggression. They had to have had a sexual
sure. I'm sure, but you're right.
level.
I forgot about that. That was pretty wild. You don't see anything, but you just pretty much hear the sounds and yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Companion from January of this year. Good movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, definitely.
Coming up,
So
the Scare
much fun.
preview. First, though, let's talk about Courtney and Jaunty Haunts, our favorite podcast out there right now. Our good friend Courtney, who kept a secret for a very long time, 30 years, in fact. And then last year decided she wanted to tell the world about it, that she can see ghosties.
Sure can. She's got so many just crazy experiences from her own life, but she's also then has the cool opportunity to bring others on. And so it's just such a massive pool of just these stories that individuals are, dealing with every day. And then she's also just has some fun episodes where she just talks about some cryptids. I know you did one with cryptids with her.
That was a fun episode. Yeah.
It was. That was a lot of fun.
And we're going to talk to her eventually here. I'm just fascinated with her experience in New York where she lived, and now she's moving back to the West Coast, but she visited Sleepy Hollow, which is, for me, sacred ground. And I cannot wait to talk to her about her experience there. But if you are into the paranormal, the supernatural, or you just want to be just entertained by a great podcast, check out Jaunty Haunts. Courtney created this. She hosts it, produces it, edits it. I think she does everything on it. This is,
she does
her baby. So, and does a fantastic job. So check it out. All right. This is the segment where we talk about movies that Michael and I are excited about. Now we're doing something different this week. Normally we compare notes, and we didn't.
Right. No. So normally we before the show being like, what's your sneak preview, blah, blah, blah. We're just rolling the dice. Maybe we have the same one. Who knows? So we're going to find out each other's sneak preview as you find it out too. So it's going to be
exactly,
I think, a little bit of extra fun.
So yeah, we'll see if you and I actually pick the same one. Then that means we're kind of spooky, scary, in line with each other here. So I don't know.
We might have some psychic abilities. Who knows?
We might. Maybe we should be interviewed by Courtney again. I don't know.
I was just going to say, if we pick the same one, I think we're certified psychics. So,
all right. You want to go first?
I'll go first. So mine is The Carpenter's Son.
Nope. No match.
Okay. All right. Well, we tried. This one's coming out November 14th. It is directed by Lofty Nathan and starring Nicolas Cage. Now, this movie has gotten a ton of controversy because it is essentially about it involves Jesus, and it's a horror movie. So it's a remote village in Egypt explodes into spiritual warfare when a carpenter, his wife, and their son Jesus are targeted by supernatural forces. But people are up in arms. They're making a mockery of my religion. I'm like, it looks just like a fun movie. Religion's always been a thing in horror. So yeah, I think it looks like a lot of fun. And it's Nicolas Cage. I'm always instantly going to be at least intrigued by a horror movie that's starring him, especially after Long Legs.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, it's hard to beat Long Legs, so this will be interesting to see how he does here. All right, mine is a movie called Cold Storage, directed by Johnny Campbell. This cast is stacked. So features Georgina Campbell, Joe Keery, Liam Neeson, and the legendary Vanessa Redgrave, who, 60 years in Hollywood, has won an Academy Award, a Tony Award, a couple of Emmy Awards, making her one of the few performers to achieve the triple crown of acting. I mean, these are legendary actors, except for the first two, but Liam Neeson and Vanessa Redgrave. It's scheduled for release February 6th of next year, and it's set at this self-storage facility. And deep below it, there is a long-forgotten military bioweapon. It's a parasitic fungus, and it breaks containment after decades of being down there. And when a worker accidentally awakens it, the infection spreads, and it's really kind of a crazy story. You got a group of survivors, including a security guard, a scientist, and they got to go down there into this underground complex and seal the breach before this thing gets out and, goes into the city. So the spores evolve, and the fungus doesn't just consume its hosts, it actually remembers them. So very creepy stuff going on here. Again, February 6th, it's called Cold Storage. So we will see.
Got,
Sounds good.
Joe Keery in it.
Yeah, Joe Keery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the poster of it because I had never even heard of this thing. The poster almost looks like it's going to be... Is there like a comedy aspect to this one?
I think there is a comedy aspect to it as well. So
just based off the poster, like the poster looks a little bit like it would. So this looks. Oh yeah, I'm reading upcoming horror comedy. So perfect. Yeah, I love these kind of movies. Like horror comedies I adore
what is your
them, so
favorite?
I'm excited.
What's your favorite horror comedy?
That's tough. I think off the top of my head, I gotta go with The Monkey. Like, I just loved that one so much.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many movies that kind of fall under that umbrella, but just off the top of my head, I think I'd go with The Monkey. What about you?
God, it's probably either Zombieland or even Shaun of the Dead. I really liked Shaun of the Dead. So probably
Tucker
lean
and
more
Dale
towards
versus
Shaun of the
Evil.
Dead.
That one's great.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one. That one's good. That's solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Tucker and Dale. Yeah.
There's so many though. Yeah, that's tough.
Yep. And next week's episode kind of has a little bit of comedic stuff in it as well. So we'll tell you what that is now. It is 2006's Hatchet. And
which both of us were late to the Hatchet train.
We talked about this last season. I didn't find out about this franchise, at least that I remember, until last year. And this is an amazing franchise with Tony Todd, the late, great Tony Todd, who we've talked about quite a bit. He's been in a few other things here too, a lot of other things actually. But so Hatchet is next week. I can't wait to dive into this one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I had known about it, but I just never watched it. And then I watched the first one, and I watched every single one of them in the franchise within like a week. I was just like, oh, okay, I'm sucked into this.
Yeah. And I love the behind the scenes features on these where they show you how they did a lot of this stuff. And it's like, oh my God, this is, man, what they had very little money to make these, and at least the first one. And they pulled out all the stops and made this just look good. So yeah.
The practical effects in these are so fucking incredible.
Right. So that is coming up in 1 week, Hatchet. In the meantime, subscribe to us if you already haven't. Follow us on Insta and Facebook, and tell your friends about us. And of course, we're video now too. Where can they find us on video, Michael?
I mean, they can find us on the old YouTube machine. We are there. So subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and then also subscribe on YouTube. Just double up.
Yeah, exactly. And you can email us too if you have the desire to do so. Yeah.
And if you want to do that, you do it at openingkillpod@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you for checking out episode number 40, kind of a milestone for us. We had fun. And we'll see you next week with Hatchet.
Opening Kill is produced by Mystic Cloud Productions and hosted by Brian O'Connor and Michael Duran. New episodes drop every Thursday wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And don't forget, you can watch the video versions on YouTube. See you next time. If you survive the opening kill.